I've been in the market for a camper cover, an RV cover, mainly just to protect the outside from the sun or coming up winter, keeping snow off, or even just sticks from falling trees or so. So randomly, one day, one of them got delivered to me. I know nothing about this company, but I'm going to give it a try. Let's do a quick unboxing. This is by a company called what looks like QUICTENT. I don't even know if it's going to fit my RV. I'm kind of excited to try it out. Inside the box, we of course have our camper cover. We have some tie downs, some directions. I'm really glad that the bag that it's in is bigger because there's no way I'm going to get it to that size again. Let me unroll that. Welcome back to another Jeff Reviews for you. And as you saw in this video, we are going to try to put on an RV cover. You know what? Enough talk. Let's get right into this review. We've now taken the RV cover out of the bag, and I was pleased to see there are some tire covers too. The funny thing is the directions tells us make sure this is the right size for your RV, but I can't find anywhere on this box what size this is for. I'm gonna still push forward and hopefully it works out. Also, the directions recommend having someone help you because it's a team lift when we have to try to load this thing up to the top of the camper. I'm gonna do it by myself, but the directions do recommend a team lift. As you can see, I unfolded this a little because I was trying to find where it said front, and this front you're actually going to put well towards the front of the camper. Let's go stick this up on top and start unrolling it. Since this was my first time putting this on, I wanted to actually unroll it on the ground because the way they had it rolled from the factory was really crazy. Not to mention I was able to put this next to the camper and well, it actually looks like it will fit. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fold it back a few times. So when I take it up, I can just unfold it and drop it over the entire RV. It took me about 20 minutes to get to this point where I now have this laid along the top of the RV. I do have it unraveled a little bit so I can sort of push it over that side. I've also taken this time to remove any sticks or leaves that might be on top of the roof just so we don't damage it. Now I'm gonna start working from the back and flipping this over to get it to that end, and then I'll roll across the other side, pulling it down. I think it's coming together nicely. I haven't had too many issues. I have noticed that there's two different color grays. There's this lighter gray, which is going to be the top, and the darker grays, which is going to be the side. I do appreciate that color difference so I know where the tarp or the cover is going to go. Here's what it's starting to look like. The cover is actually just dropping down the RV on its own. I'm going to go back to the other side where the awning is and continue pulling it over, but it's actually going on pretty easy. Here we are, gotten most of the way over. Now what we're going to do is we're going to pull the rest of this right over the front, and well, we'll be covered, and then we'll have to strap it down. Doing this by myself, the part that I've had the most difficulty with is getting around the different antennas or other caps on the top. I've had to go from one side to the other, making sure it doesn't get stuck. This is where having a second person help would be awesome. Now that I'm to this point, I can really just start to pull down the cover all the way around. Look, it's just falling into place. All right, so now that we have the top on, we're starting to tighten it down. What I like about this unit is they have the straps already attached, and it's really simple. There are three in the front. It's connected on this side. I pull it across, clip it, and tighten it down 1, 2, and 3. Very simple. It's important to be careful with this material because you can rip it. I was being overzealous when I was pulling it. I put my thumb right through. So they do have a patch kit. I'm not going to patch this area because it's really in a spot that it won't matter, but just be careful. You can rip it. This is where it's connected. We come all the way down to this end, and that's where our clip is. Couldn't made this easier if they tried. As you can see on the back, we haven't strapped it down yet, but we're gonna do that now. Right here on the left are where the straps are attached and they connect to the clips on the right. Let's do it. I have been impressed with how nicely this has been going together, but you know what? I kind of wish they had some sort of a loop or a tie to hook the excess strap to. Right now, I'm just using the rubber band, but that probably won't last past one season, but it would have been nice to have something to tie off the excess material. The next step is to put the strap downs from underneath, and so you have this blue band that goes across. So you clip one here on this side, you throw the rest of the material underneath the camper, and you clip it to the same blue band on the other side and then tighten it down. I just wanted to show you what that looked like. It goes all the way underneath the camper to the other side and hooks to this blue band, and now we are tight. You go down the entire line just to make sure it's completely solid. Since we're on this side, I do want to show you some of the things here. You see the zipper that goes all the way up? This will give you access to the front door or the passenger door. Down here in the middle, they also have another zipper. They don't really know where your door is going to be, so they put a zipper here and then one at the end. Therefore, you can access your door. My door is right about there, so once I unzip that, I'll be able to get in. They also make sure to put vents in. I really appreciate the attention to detail. There you have it, all tightened and strapped down and secured and ready for the winter. It is kind of strange feeling being on the inside of the camper with the cover on. It is pretty weird. So, tell me, what are your thoughts of this RV cover? Is this something that you would use? Have you considered this one or other brands? Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. I would love to hear from you. I'm gonna remove it now. I'm not gonna film myself doing it because it's really pretty simple. I'm gonna unsnap the 3 things in the front, the 3 things in the back, all the straps that go underneath. Then I'm gonna push it up on the front to the roof, push it up on the back to the roof, and really just roll it off here to the left side of the camper. I will show you how I fold it up though. As you can see, we are off the camper. I think the most difficult part was when the cover kept getting caught on the different things on top of the roof. So just be careful as you're taking it off, making sure not to pull, because like I said, it can rip. What I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna fold this over in rectangles, right? So keep folding it over on top of itself and then roll it up. As you can see, I'm just folding it over on itself. I'm gonna try one more fold before I start to roll it down and put it in the bag. I did leave the ratchet straps on it that go underneath the camper. If I was putting this away for the year, I wouldn't do that, but because I'm gonna be putting this right back on for the winter, I left them on there. Definitely not as small as it was when I first got it, but it fit back in the bag. Of course, you can see I ended up ripping the bag as I was pulling it up. In this video, we were looking at the QUICKTENT RV cover. So what did I think of it? First things first, let's talk about the price. I had to do some research and I did find that the covers range from anywhere between $200 and $300. I did find that was in the average range for RV covers. Since I did not know very much about this company, I looked at Amazon to see what kind of reviews it has, and the particular cover that I have has a 4.4 out of 5-star rating, which I thought was pretty good. Some of the positive ratings said, man, this is the last cover you'll ever need. I love it, worked perfectly, fit like a glove. Some of the negative comments were like, man, this thing ripped easily, couldn't stand up to high wind, could not stand up to the hot sun. I will say there were a few reviews that said that their product had ripped. They reached out to the company, and within 1 year, the company completely replaced the cover. All right, so let's talk a little bit about my experience. In a couple of weeks that I've had it on, well, I did rip it during my first install, but you know what? We've had a lot of wind and a lot of rain, and this thing has held really, really strong. I do like all the straps that this thing comes with, plus the tire covers, very cool. In my opinion, it's very secure. As for right now, it's doing a great job. With this kind of product, time will be the true test, so I will keep posting updates down in the description. If this is something that interests you, I will leave a link also down in the description. This is Jeff with Jeff Reviews for You. As always, thanks for stopping by, and I hope you have a great day. It's been raining for the last few hours. We finally had a break in the rain. I wanted to show you something on the side. You see these straps at the top? You can actually unzip these segments. There's a zipper here and then one way over here as well. And they're about maybe a 6-7 foot space. You roll them up and tie them up there. They actually have the zippers all the way around, so you can almost roll up the entire side, but they do have those tie-ups so you can hold up the unzipped portion. I wasn't exactly sure what to expect with this QUICKTENT on, if the water was supposed to beat off and roll off or come through. And as you can see, this does come through. The front of this RV is wet, so just note that the water will come through, and yes, this does get wet. The tire covers themselves are pretty simple. They just go over the top and then clip around the back. I'll show you what that looks like. Just simple, over the top here, and then you reach around the back and clip it and just hold it into place. I really do appreciate that you stayed around for my entire review of the QUICKTENT RV cover. You know what, not that long ago, I actually reviewed a way to fix or cover the scratches in your car or RV. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna link that right up here, and I would love it if you would click on this link. And when you do, by the magic of the internet, I'm gonna join you at that review. So go ahead, click it, it's safe, I promise.